Hello friends, it's Miss Cheryl from Warren Newport Public Library. Welcome to Kids in the Kitchen. Today we're going to make candy corn waffles. You're going, what? There's no candy corn in them. They just look like candy corn. Today's recipe comes from Recipe a Day Kids Cookbook from the American Test Kitchen. So you can find this book at the library. Some of the ingredients in our candy corn waffles are flour, milk, eggs, salt, baking powder, sugar, chocolate chips, and some food coloring. All right, so first we're going to mix together. We're going to use a whisk, a wire whisk. We're going to mix the flour, which we're really going to put together all the dry ingredients, the sugar, the baking powder, and the salt. So we're going to give this a good stir with our whisk. We're going to give this a good stir with our whisk so it's all mixed up. And then we're going to add our wet ingredients. And our wet ingredients are going to be the milk, the eggs, 5 tablespoons of melted shortening, and 4 tablespoons of butter. So I'm going to melt these in the microwave, then add them to the flour mixture. Notice that on the side of the shortening, there's markings so you can see where to cut your block of shortening for this recipe. Same thing on butter. There's markings so you'll easily be able to measure it by cutting on the correct mark. So we need 4 tablespoons of butter, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we need 5 tablespoons of shortening, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll melt them and be right back. Okay, my butter and shortening is melted. I did melt them together, but I need them to sit a few minutes because I don't want them to be too hot that when I put them in with the eggs and the other ingredients, that it starts to cook the eggs. All right, so let's start putting in our other stuff. So our 1.5 cups of milk. Perfect. And just so you know, I did this, melting this, I put it in the microwave for 30 seconds, stirred it, and put it in for another 30 seconds, and it was perfect. Here's 1 egg. And 2 eggs. And note too, that if you wanted to use like Bisquick or another package pancake mix, you could certainly do that. Make sure you preheat your waffle iron, and I also recommend using a spray before you put your waffle mixture in so it doesn't stick. All right, I think we're ready. Okay, now that we've put everything together, now we're going to mix it. I like to continue to use a whisk because it makes sure that there's no lumps. And this comes together really fast. I do have my waffle iron preheating, so it will be ready when this is ready. And you know, waffle mixture, if you let it sit, tends to get thick. So sometimes you have to add a little bit of extra liquid. See, it looks nice and smooth. And how we're going to make this into caramel corn waffles, this batter, is we're going to divide the batter up and we're going to mix red and yellow food coloring. And then we're going to put it in the waffle iron. All right. This is perfect. So now we're going to move it into 2 bowls so we can color it. All right. There's some in one. And you could do the whole batter this way, or you could do part of the batter this way. Depends on what you'd like. Okay. So now we're going to put our food coloring in. So yellow on the top. And then I'm going to stir it. I'm going to see how I like it. Or if it needs more. I think it needs more. I'm putting in 2 drops at a time. Depending upon what kind of food coloring you use, you may need more, you may need less. Like I think the paste ones are a little bit more vibrant, more bright. But this is what I had in my house. I'm going to add 2 more. That looks better. I like that. And to the other one, I'm going to make it orange. So I'm going to do 2 yellows and 1 red. And I'm going to stir it. That needs more yellow. Red out of the way. Now, in order to get the white, we're going to melt white chocolate chips. And when you melt white chocolate chips, you put them in the microwave at half power for like 30 seconds to a minute, and then you try it. When it's shiny, you stir it. White chocolate chips melt faster than chocolate chips. So I'm going to go put these in the microwave once I get my waffles in the waffle maker. Okay, now we're going to put them in our waffle iron. So I'm opening my waffle iron. It's preheated. I'm spraying it with a bit of spray. And you're going to put yellow on the outside. And not too much because it'll spread. And an orange on the inside. Try to get it even. Figure out your ratio as you go. How much yellow, how much orange. Okay, and then I'm going to close it. And waffles usually take a few minutes. So once it's steaming and it seems like the steaming has slowed down, then you can open it up and see if it's done and take it out. Make sure you have an adult help you. I like to use some kind of a plastic fork so I don't get burned. So we'll wait a few minutes. Okay, our waffle is done. So I'm going to cut it. So our waffle is cut and it's ready to be either frosted Or you could dip it in white chocolate. Depends on what you want to do. Today I decided to use frosting. So you put a little bit of frosting on the end, and that makes it look like candy corn. I hope you enjoy your fall treat. Remember to check out Recipe a Day Kids Cookbook at the library. It's by the Food Network. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.